Having a corporate or charity golf event? Backswing Golf Events can supply your tournament with personable, professional golfers to entertain and fundraise on the golf course. They can accommodate any size group, whether it be 3 players to 500. They are your team. From range lessons, Beat the Pro, and Pro-Am style roaming, they're making lasting memories one swing at a time. So make sure to check out backswinggolfevents.com or call us direct at 661-316-3093 and book your pros now.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to On Par with Amanda. Thanks for tuning in once again to Big's Golf Talk. So we have kind of a feel-good story today with all the chaos that's going on in the world. If you've been paying attention, a couple weeks ago, I spoke about a young man named Michael Visacki, who qualified his way into a PGA Tour event, and his viral video took off when he emotionally kind of let it all out when he called his dad to tell him that he had won and he had made a spot into the PGA Tour event following his dream. And it was just a really good feel-good moment for someone. And we talked a lot about catching breaks that week. So if you followed that, this is a continuation. So Justin Thomas, I've always been a fan. I think he's just a pretty cool dude overall. His demeanor in interviews has always been pretty even keel. He's just been a really nice guy. I've always been a Thomas fan. But this week, it just heightened it a little bit more. So Justin Thomas, he played a practice round with Michael Visacki. So he basically played this practice round at the Charles Schwab, and I guess just really took a liking to Michael and saw that his journey was headed in the right direction, was very supportive of him. And they posted a video of him walking up to Visacki and saying, I can't wait to see what happens with your career, and I'm just a big fan, and I'm supporting you all the way through. And he had a check rolled up in his hand out of his own pocket and gave it to Michael. And Michael was just, you could tell he was completely shocked. You don't expect another tour player to come up to you and say, here, I want to help you out. I want to see you continue playing. It's stories like these that I think don't get enough exposure, whether Thomas wanted exposure or not. It's something that we need to talk about. We need to make those videos go viral, not the ones of people beating each other up and or negative things. And I think we have enough of that in our world. So here's the cool thing. So as a player that always, wanted to make it to the next level and wanted to, play the grind the whole way through, because golf is a grind. I definitely know that sponsorships, people that believe in you, all of these things are pertinent. They are number one on the priority list for everything that's going on with golf. And so as a tour player, you're just a hot mess. You're nervous. You've got a lot of stuff going through your mind as you're stepping into this. And the last thing you need is wondering if the other tour players say, oh, here comes the new rookie guy. Especially when you qualify for your first time into this big event. These other players like Thomas have been so established, and they really haven't, they don't have any reason to be nervous as far as the venue and how it flows. And you're taking a lot in on your first PGA Tour event qualification. You're just trying to take in all the different things that really don't happen on the mini tours. And I think that can be in itself very overwhelming. So then you step out on the golf course, and now you have to play a practice round with some of the most qualified PGA Tour professionals to play. And so he gets paired with, Justin Thomas, and you're already just hoping that you don't you don't get in their way. Like it's just a weird dynamic, and it's not something that I believe should happen. I don't think you earned that spot just as much as Justin Thomas, but you can't help it. It's just the way it is. You look over and you see players like Phil, you see, you know, Sergio, like you see these players that have been there and been around and know what's up, and you're the new guy to the campus. So it definitely is something that I personally feel is, you know, great when I see other tour players trying to make it easier um, for the new guys. And Justin Thomas, he walked up. If you haven't got a chance to see this video, I don't know. I don't think Justin's the kind of guy that was like, "Hey, get this on video," but someone did video it. And unless we've been talking about the social media aspect of golf, where you can basically earn a pretty good bonus on tour for social media, but I don't feel Justin took this route. So let me know your theory on that. But the Twitter video said it was an incredible moment. JT is world class on and off the course. Big Mike, Papa Mike, and Caddy Skinny Mike are so deserving and are in a class of their own. Best of luck. So if you haven't seen this video, you need to go see it, because it's short, it's sweet, but you feel the true feelings from Justin Thomas. He's being super sincere, and to hand another player a check. Now, I haven't found out how much this check was, so hopefully the guys on the other end know the answer. I'm sure this will be brought up in a roundtable, but we just have to support one another. And I think being female and owning a female owned and operated company, it's the same thing. We can't tear each other down. And whether male or female or what, you just, we would, as women, we would be so well off if we would not tear one another down and we were supportive. And I know when I played golf full time, it's a feeling of, oh man, the other girls, like some are irritated that you're new, some are supportive, but the ones that were supportive were always the ones that I thought, man, you know, I'm out here competing against the golf course. I'm not competing against those other players. And really, if you're a tour player, you are competing against the course. You have other people doing the same thing at the same time, but I'm not playing against those other players. So for me, I love when I see people helping other people. And I remember how my first Symetra Tour event, I knew nothing. I didn't know how the tour operated and functioned. I was used to mini tour golf where you walk up on the tee box 10 minutes before your tee time, you say hi to the owner of the tour. He's got snacks and all these things. And when you go to Symetra Tour, you had to do certain things at certain times leading up to the tournament. And it was like, you have to check in by this time, you have to get your registration packet, you have to do this, you have to do that. And it was a different feel. So not only are you already intimidated, which Michael Visacki is definitely getting probably more familiar, and you learn a lot from your first tour event, whether you play well or not. It's the experience, you've been there, and now you have something under your belt. And I think a lot of players feel that, oh, there's this new guy, he won't even last. He just got lucky and got in here. And I think that's terrible. So the fact that Justin Thomas saw that this is truly Michael's dream, and this is something that he is not going to stop. Obviously, if he was pre getting into the tournament, he was, oh my gosh, sleeping in wherever, he was traveling on the road, living in the car. Like, you do everything you can if that's your dream. And so Justin Thomas saw that. I love this. I think it's great. It cannot get enough promotion, because I want other players to recognize this and to kind of jump on the bandwagon. There are some people out here. I truly believe that mini tour players, there's not a lack of talent. It is a lack of financial ability. So it's whoever can outlast the financial wave or downfall. Whoever can get through that and then say, you know what, I finally caught my big break and I had enough money to survive through it. But the talent's there. I'm telling you, these players, male and female, have the talent. You don't go out and play on these tours if you don't, because it's already such a grind. So if you add not being very good on top of it, it wouldn't be worth it. So these players are truly, truly passionate about what they're wanting to do. Overall, I just think we need to be supportive of the new waves coming in. We want to keep the tour with great players, like especially the guys with Tiger being out and and things like that. We want people coming in to the tour to not just fill shoes, but to also just continue the legacy of what PGA and LPGA Tour golf is all about. And if you have crummy players or people that we don't really know, and you have to build that, and that takes time to build players that are going to impact the game. And I'll tell you what, Michael Visacki will never forget the moment that Justin Thomas, for no reason other than just pure good heart, came over and handed him a check and said, "I believe in your journey. Best of luck. Keep going." And that to me means more than anything in the world. So if you haven't caught the video, go watch it. It's short, but it will make you feel good for the day, or at least a little while. Everyone, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you are writing into A. Robertson Golf on Instagram. I love, and I'm getting back to your messages as soon as I can, so bear with me. But I like hearing your opinions, and I'd love to see your opinion here. So definitely let me know, and make sure you're tuning in every week to Big's Golf Talk. Thanks for another great week. Until then, keep swinging for par.